Hey everybody, welcome back to Conscientious Omnivore. My name is Pal. Today I'm going to do a quick garden update and just let you guys know that I got back safe and sound from the trip to Croatia with my family. I say safe and sound, but unfortunately pretty much everyone except me got really sick. We seem to have gotten some kind of stomach thing going, and both my son and daughter were extremely sick, as well as my wife. They're all doing better now, so, but yeah, the drive home was not fun. It took quite a bit longer than usual, and yeah, thankfully everyone's doing okay now, but our last couple days really were a bit ruined there. So sad that I didn't really get to do as much video creation as I wanted to, because I wanted to show you guys some of the amazing wild plants there, like some of the fig trees and stuff. And I wanted to take some cuttings from the fig trees, and I didn't even get to do any of that stuff because I was planning to do it on my last day, and we didn't really get to do that because we were in a rush to get home. Everybody was sick. So I'm actually going to kind of at the end of this video stitch together what I did manage to film for you guys along the way. It's just a few of the scenes from the island of Vir where we were, as well as Zadar, which is a very beautiful historic city with quite impressive, you know, old town that is still intact, and really cool musical feature on the pier there. It's like a sea organ, I think is what they call it. There's like a set of pipes under the sidewalk that make sound as the waves go in. So I'll show you guys that, and just let you kind of get a feel for what it was like being there. And just wanted to do a very quick garden update here. Everything's kind of a little bit of a mess since we've been gone. I got to mow again and what have you, but yeah, just a few things that are doing really well. The squash here is doing good. There's 3 big ones here. There's 1, 2, and there's the 3rd one. Those are growing quite nicely. The zucchinis are largely done and they've started to yellow, but they are still producing a few, so there's going to be a few more left. I picked a nice orange one, and I picked a ton of tomatoes. There's a lot of tomatoes back at my in-laws place too. I'm going to show you guys that in an upcoming video. But yeah, there's lots and lots of tomatoes, so this is really cool. I'm very happy. There's a few that I'm going to have to cut out a few little, you know, bits and pieces from, but for the most part, they're very beautiful like this. And even the ones that are down, kind of touching the, you know, the wood chips are fine. They're not getting any rot or anything like that. As you can see, it's quite a bit of a mess. I mean, we haven't really staked too many of our tomatoes. Like, most of it is just totally drooping and falling over. Our corn is starting to fall over, which makes me think that it might be ripening, like this guy over here. And there's one that fell down in the back there. So I'm gonna do some quick check to see when we know when these are done. You can also see the beans growing up the corn. So let me show that to you guys real quick here. There's a bunch of beans growing on this one, and there's a few in the middle that I wanted to show you guys because they are growing nicely. Oh, there's a nice little some kind of squash down here as well. That's a little one. I wonder if that'll get bigger in time. We'll see. Got a ton more tomatoes left to pick once they ripen up. You can see we've got quite a few beans growing here now. So at first I didn't even notice this. It took me a little while of walking around to just kind of see what was in here. Pretty happy about that. And yeah, like I said, I got to check on this corn. Like, this isn't looking too good here at the end. Although, I don't know, this might be good. I'll probably take 1 or 2 off and just kind of see how they're looking. If they're okay, I'll start harvesting some corn. And yeah, lots of beans on this side too. But those are probably the nicest ones that I just showed you there. There's some here as well too. So yeah, it's working. They're growing up here on the corn, and still had some raspberries to pick. I even got some raspberries on the ones that I planted from my brother this year. So that's this one and that one. They seem to be a later variety, so these produced fruit while we were gone. I actually lost a bunch because some of them are dried out, but yeah, that should be good. Hopefully they'll be spreading next year. And yeah, the plums are like really ripening. There's tons more, so I'm going to try and pick some. The jam we made turned out great. I opened up one of the jars just to make sure everything was good. So yeah, everything's good, man. I'm like really happy. It looks like a mess. It kind of is. I think next year definitely, you know, gonna do a better job of staking things out, like for the tomatoes. But you know, for the most part, everything's pretty good and didn't really require a whole lot of work. So I'm happy with what we've gotten. And like I say, there's tons more to be had. So look at all these tomatoes in here that are going to be ripening in the next few days. And these are really interesting shaped ones. I've never seen ones like this. They're like long and pointy. They almost look like peppers. Look at the tip on it. It's so like pointy. It's such a strange tomato. I have to look up which kind that was. These middle 2 rows here were from my brother, and I did a separate video on that, so I can try to remember which ones were which. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is it for now. I'm gonna keep picking some more stuff, and then I'm gonna try to do some mowing before it gets dark here at the end of the day. And yeah. Stay tuned for the scenes from Croatia, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I got a lot of content coming up. Just like I've shown you guys before, just because you're on vacation doesn't mean you can't be eating healthy, good stuff like oatmeal, pancakes. Basically, I just have oats, bananas, and some ground up flax seeds. Brought these from home, so that I didn't have to bring a grinder or anything, just ground them up at home. And shout out to Liam Anthony. He's changed his channel name now to Frank Diaconia, I think. But Liam told me that you can do this without using oil, and he's absolutely right. Been doing this at home too in my cast iron skillet, and you can do it here in the non-stick. Just the trick is you got to use really low heat, just like he said, and they come out great. Just wanted to share that with you guys. And if you want to see the recipe for how to put this together, I mean, it's super easy. I've done a video in the recent past when we were vacationing at the Boston. So check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, thanks Liam. Good tip there. Works great.